Hi, welcome back to the office. My voice can't handle a lot of talking. It breaks up easier. Well, your job is to go to bookmark 2 and 1. I want you to study the everyday, the charts. Study them. Get a feel for them. Actually since 1964. Don't worry about before because it didn't matter. See how it went up and then, but also follow the daily price in bookmark 2. Follow the daily price, the hourly price. I want you to write down, open PowerPoint, because I just used my own little dots. PowerPoint has graphs. I want you to use the graph paper to follow it. It's easier, well, you get a better feeling when you're doing it yourself, or if you don't feel good. If you feel good not doing that, this is an object of observation. We're not going to go into anything else except we're just going to simply make it simple. Follow the price of gold, see, get a feeling how it goes. Then we'll do that for, I don't know how long, no longer than a month. Then what you're going to do is we're going to do buying, but not real buying, right, on paper. We're saying, okay, we're going to start off with this many ounces. And then you're going to follow the things and sell. Buy, sell on paper only. And you'll have to keep a little book of it. We can do that. And you'll see how much money you make over a period of, you'll see how it goes up. We'll have fun with that. No matter what you do in life, no matter what you do, if you can do this, well, of course, you be a baseball player and get $100 million or $10 million a year for hitting a ball. But this is where the real money is for the average person, if they simply want to spend the time. Of course, gold is very expensive to buy. There's other things out there. And you can make a fortune doing this. There's short-term and long-term things you can do. Don't think about that. Get a feel for it. And if you lose, don't worry about it. You're losing only on paper. You're getting a feel for it. That's all. We're going to do it for whatever period of time and see what happens. And if you think, oh, now it's time to sell, okay. Because you have to develop the feeling of the charts. How the wavelength is going, And then don't worry about trends and events or anything like that. I don't expect you to follow it. Just the wavelength. Tune into the wavelength. Tune into the waves, man. I should have had ocean sounds. Perhaps you should play ocean sounds when you're ocean waves as they're coming in, as you're watching that and studying it. Do it for no longer than an hour a day. Just studying it, getting a feel for it. Writing down yesterday's price, high, low. You can mark those down if you're comfortable with that. But as I said, you write things down. I don't remember those dates. I don't remember the prices. I don't even remember how many ounces there were. You know what happened with the gold? Eventually, I sold all of it to put a down payment on a car. You know what cars do? They drop and drop and drop. They never go up. What a stupid thing to do. Now you've learned. Don't ever do that. Reinvest in what you have. If you can buy a cell phone and wait a month and sell it, and then the next month you can buy 2 cell phones, wow. Now you have 2 cell phones. We're talking a logarithmic action here, baby. Now you've got 2 cell phones, and you wait a month, because as it goes down, assuming it follows the same wave pattern. Then you can buy 4 cell phones. 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Well, of course, it doesn't work quite that easy, but you get the drift. Winston, I worked with a fellow called, his name was Winston. Now, he was from Hong Kong. I've told you this story as well. He drove truck in China after he quit his father's laundry business. And he drove truck in China until his back hurt. He couldn't drive anymore. And then he came back and he said he saved enough money from that to buy a partial taxi, enough to get a taxi. So he drove taxi for I don't know how many years. But he worked 16 hours a day. I'm not sure if it was 12 or 14. 12 or 14 hours went to the taxi company. So really, let's just split the difference. 3 hours a day was his. 3 hours. That's it. He took 1 day off a month to sleep. I said, well, what did you do? I said, just slept. So, and then he thought, I've had enough of this. I can't stand this anymore. And he quit. He'd saved enough money, of course. He knew he could support himself for a while, and he went and studied the stock market. And I think he studied for 1 month or 3 months or something like that. He always knew he could go back into driving taxi, which he desperately didn't want to do. And then he knew what to do. It was on his 3rd trade that he'd hit the jackpot. That's when he said, I'm getting out of here. And he moved to Canada. And then he worked as dishwasher and stuff like that, but still trading. Still trading. He didn't do gold. He did stocks and companies. Obviously, Chinese companies. And he was a multimillionaire. Why did he deliver pizza? He said, all the money I deliver from pizza goes to my son in Hong Kong. Because he's a dummy. Yeah. So, cheers to Winston. And cheers to you if you can take the advice from Winston via my experience. It is now your turn. I pass the torch on to you. Good luck.